Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko's Garage. This is going to be a short midweek video for you. I am unwrapping my brand new NAS. A NAS is a network attached storage. What is a NAS exactly? It's a small computer that is able to accept a bunch of large hard drives that are configured in a way that gives you some data redundancy. So if one hard drive fails, the system is able to still have all the data available. You can yank the broken hard drive out and put a fresh one in, and then all the data will be restored onto this hard drive without any data loss. At least that's the idea. This computer also sits somewhere in your closet next to your router, and then via Ethernet cables it gets connected to your local area network, and therefore it becomes accessible via every computer, laptop, tablet, smartphone that you have given access to your local area network. So any family member can now access this hardware storage in your local area network. This particular model here is an ASUSTOR. Model is AS5304T, a 4-bay model, so I can put 4 full-size 3.5-inch hard drives in there. It can also handle 2.5-inch hard drives or SSDs. It has 2 Ethernet ports there in the back. They are 2.5 gigabit each. So if the rest of your local area network supports it, you can get quite some decent Ethernet speeds out of it. Now you can see I'm holding some Seagate Iron Wolf NAS hard drives. So they are NAS-specific hard drives available. They're just a little bit more durable. They come with 5-year warranty and a data recovery. So if a hard drive fails, you can send it back to Seagate, and then they're going to try to recover your data for you. This device also has 3 USB 3.0 ports, so you can hook up thumb drives or external hard drives to transfer data between your thumb drive and the NAS. For example, you can hook up a keyboard and a mouse, and this little NAS computer has an HDMI output, so you can hook it either to a monitor or to your HD flat screen TV and use it as a multimedia PC. So you can put all your movies on there, your video collection and your vacation pictures, and then you can put this thing next to your TV, wire it all up, maybe get a small Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse, and then you can control this thing while you're sitting on your couch, and you can watch your movies and share pictures with your friends and that kind of stuff. At the same time, keep it attached to your local area network and give your kids and your wife and everyone in your household access to the data on this NAS. Of course, access rights can be controlled, user profiles can be created. You can also use those in small businesses where people work together in an office and they have to share data for projects. So not just home application. This is kind of like a home/small business solution. 4-bay, that means 4 hard drives can be configured in multiple different types of RAID configurations to create either better performance for read and write of data or higher redundancy. So you can go up to a level 6 RAID that has a 2 hard drive redundancy. So even if 2 hard drives would fail at the same time, your data would still be there. Of course, that always comes with a cost of storage space. So if you put 4 6 terabyte hard drives in there and you have a 2 hard drive redundancy, you only really have 12 terabyte of storage available, and the rest is used for redundancies and performance. So yeah, the installation, at least of those 3.5-inch drives, is completely toolless. The tray has little plastic strips that you pull out. Then you put the hard drive in its correct orientation, and then you just push the little plastic strips back in, and those strips secure the hard drive. So no screws needed. Only if you install smaller hard drives like 2.5-inch or SSDs, then you will have to get the screwdriver out. Configuration, pretty simple. So this is my first NAS, first exposure to this kind of technology, and it was pretty simple for me to figure out how to initialize it, to configure those 2 hard drives in a RAID 1 configuration. They are mirroring each other, so instead of having 12 terabyte of storage available, I really only have 6 terabyte, but I have the redundancy of 1 hard drive, so if one fails, I still have all my data, and that's what I wanted. And then in the future, I can slap a 3rd or even a 4th in there and migrate this RAID 1 to a RAID 5, which still will give me 1 hard drive redundancy and at the same time give me some performance improvement, and of course increase the amount of storage that I have. Yeah, hooks up into your router or your splitter via an Ethernet cable or 2. You can do link aggregation between those 2 Ethernet ports, which will increase the speed or the connection speed between the NAS and your local area network, especially if you have multiple people accessing the NAS at the same time. So that's kind of nice. Like I said, it has an HDMI out. I am accessing it via Windows 10, so remotely, and I'm configuring it right there. If you connect it via the HDMI port to a TV or a monitor, this will look a little differently. There is a portal or user interface that you can open, and that is then fully accessible with mouse control and keyboard control. You can install apps like Netflix and YouTube and Amazon Prime and all that stuff, and then you could stream, you know, all your content with this little NAS. This NAS can also be configured so it's accessible via the internet from anywhere in the world, as long as you have internet connection, and of course username and password, so it becomes your personal cloud. Instead of using a Google Drive or iCloud subscription, you can just store data on your personal cloud, and there are apps available for iOS or Android that make the transition from, let's say, Google Photos or Google Drive to the ASUSTOR specific applications pretty seamless. They have similar functionalities. You can create photo albums on the fly. You can share those photo albums with your friends. You just send them a link, and then your friends can really only access that one album that you're sharing with them. You can also transfer data between one NAS. Let's say you have a NAS in your house and your grandmother has a NAS and you want to transfer data from yours to hers. That's possible too. You can synchronize your Google Drive or your iCloud system with your NAS, so all the data that's on your Google Drive is also on your NAS. You can do the same between a local area network, like a desktop computer in the NAS, so specific folders get synchronized multiple times a day with your NAS, so all the data that's on your desktop computer will be also available on your NAS for other users, for example. You can map network drives, so you are creating a virtual hard drive on your computer, and the data that you copy and paste into this network drive is then physically located on the NAS, and other people can access it as well. But of course there is always access control, so if you don't want your kids to see certain things or mess around with data that you put on your NAS, then you can of course restrict access, read and write privileges and that kind of stuff. Lots of apps available on this NAS, lots of functionality, like I said, for video, music, and your pictures, and there is built-in security features as well, so you are keeping the bots out and you're keeping your data secure, and at the same time it also monitors the health of your hard drives and lets you know if something goes sideways. So yeah, I'm not an expert in this field, absolutely not. This is my first NAS and it was absolutely no problem for me to put this together, and I'm still learning. I'm trying out different ways of synchronizing data and backing up data from a computer in the network onto the NAS, but that's a little bit of a learning curve. Right guys, this will be it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this little video. Take care. Bye.